Alright, we're gonna make a deck. This is a Soviet North Korean alliance support deck. Alright, so let's get a Russian fob. Get a, well, it's only 120. Why is this more or less than this? I think we're gonna go with that. Get 3 on hardened. Now we need a infantry command. You seem pretty good. And then what we could get is one thing of Mi-26s. Man, that thing's huge. Now we're gonna get one thing of Mi-4 cargoes. And we can take a bunch if we want to. Take 3 of those. And kinda want to take one of these just because. You can take 2 of them. Look at all those supplies. We'll be bringing supplies to everyone. That's what this deck's for, helping out your team. Alright then. Might as well get some reserve over here. Reserve are pretty good at defending. Riflemen and light riflemen. Gornostrelki and Heinz. Get Bung Chung Su or Gubyong. Oh, they have recoilless rifles. That's interesting that they have recoilless rifles. I think we're gonna get 2 of them. Alright, sorry about that. But now we'll get fire support. More view. Okay. Yeah, might as well get them in this. So these will be our regular infantry. Wow, you didn't choose any Russian infantry. That's interesting. We have to choose something. Oh, we have to choose MBTRTs. I'll get rid of our militia or reserve for some Motorstrucky 90. So we have our Gong Bob Yong with their. These are going to be our main infantry, and the fact that they have recoilless rifles is a definite plus. They don't have very much AP power, but these can be fired at infantry, and they can be fired at everything. And we got more recoilless rifles. Recoilless rifles are great. Then we got some Saperi 85 with their napalm rocket launchers in a BTRT. Very well armored transport. And then we have Motorstrucky 90 and MTLB, MTLBV. So yeah, that's that. Whew, now comes another section. Alright, so what do I need? You're gonna get one of you, 2 of you. It's 55 points. That means it's a little bit. Why would I choose the. Let's see, same range. This one has more range versus helicopters. More range versus airplanes. We're going with 2 of these. Type 92 Spags. And Hardens, we have more. And we're gonna get one regular Tangusta. Let's do you now for That'll be good. Fine, take one of those away. Now for missiles. We'll get a Tor, 2 Tors, 2 things of 3 Tors. These are very powerful. We'll get one of you. And that's all for AA. Now for Howitzer and MLRS. Well. Ooh. One thing of Bertinos and 1 Coaxin. Now we're gonna get 2 Coaxin. 2 Coaxins. Tank. Remember, we're here to support, not to lead the main attack. Alright. So you get some Chumbo 2s. T6 and T62Ms. And then 1 thing of Chumbo 4s. Recon. We are going to get this sniper squad in a BTR 60P. 2 Elite U. BT 71. Look at this. That seems good. Now for vehicles. You need support. So support's going to need anti-infantry and anti-transport. So here's how I see it. Get TO62. We get 2 of you and hardened. And we'll get SU1. One thing at TO62s. 1 thing of you. That or an Afghansky. We're gonna get this. I think this is better. This BMPT. It's better. Or an Afghansky. Because Afghanskys are great for dealing with infantry. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it like that. Because this thing can deal with infantry too. Yeah, because it is a grenade launcher. But sure. So we got TO62, some missiles, 2 things SU-1 to 254s. Why I'm taking 2s because these things are great at killing transports. They're great. Yeah, they're great at killing transports, and also providing they have pretty good HE power and a pretty good range. So helicopters. Oh, I'm out of it. I can't choose. What? Oh, I gotta have my yeah. Recon tank. Support tank. Take one of you away. There we go. I have 3. Helicopter. Need tons of these things. An air. Yeah, so that seems to be everything. We're not gonna do the Navy. So you got your FOB, you got your tank command, you got your infantry command here. You know, put them where you need commands. Got your mini cargo helicopter. This is where you can get a helicopter. This is where you need a helicopter support or supplies, but you can't bring in a big one. so that's always good. Got your MTLBs, tons of them, tons of little tiny transports. They're amphibious. You can put them anywhere. And we got the big, humongous Mi-26. Barely fits on the screen right now. Infantry, I already went over these. You got tons of support. Your main goal with the support deck is to help your team out. So that's what we're doing here. Now we got tons of AA. AA is probably the most important thing when playing Red 4. Why? Because Blue 4 or NATO has tons of jets and helicopters. That's their main thing. Now I tried to pick a good-ish mix of non-radar AA and radar AA. I probably should have chose better non-radar AA gun, better than this. But this thing's really good, because it can take down helicopters, and it can shoot at planes. It's probably never going to hit a plane, but you get a lot of them. And you got this M1992 Spag. It's pretty good, I mean, for 55 points, yeah. You got your Tunguska. I didn't go with the advanced Tunguska, because it's a little bit, I think 100's a bit too much for a minuscule upgrade on the missiles. I mean, the guns are exactly the same, so. Then we got some Tor. Tors are very good. You know, they're heavy. A lot of people have problems with them because for some reason they never hit, and they only have 7 AP power. So, but they're good. But they have very good range, which I like. You know, they got versus helicopter. So this is your anti-helicopter missile. Then you got your Pongay 2s, which these are great for planes. Look at that range. You know, just sit them back beyond the outside of the lines, you know, where they're not going to get shot at. Watch a plane fly over. Hopefully it won't die, because they are radar guided. You know, set them up with something else so that, you know, like set them up with your Type 92 so that they'll shoot at the Type 92 and that will die. Then the Pongay will get them. Then you got your Buratino. Interesting vehicle. Really close range napalm rocket launcher. And then for artillery, we went with the Coxswain because it's not big enough like the Pion that it's cumbersome. Pion and the Malka, because these are 203 millimeters. This is only a 170, which is bigger than a Mista and the Ikatsuya, but because it has 9 HE power, which is still good. Yeah, this is a very good artillery piece. We got a bunch of them. Then for tanks, you know, you want support tanks. I probably should have went with T-3485s, but these Chumbaho 4s are pretty good for support because they can definitely damage some lighter tanks, but you know, you got enough infantry support within your vehicle section, so. But these are all support tanks. You know, you want sideline tanks that are good to defend a position rather than to attack. And yeah, Chumho 4 is very good at that. Recon, you know, 2 things of recon infantry and a recon tank with an anti-tank missile. Always good. Vehicles, you know, you bring in your TO-62 to start flaming some stuff, get rid of the infantry, bring them into a forest, shoot at infantry in a town, good anywhere. This is for, you know, this can help with anti-tank on the side. It's more for defending, defending. Then, you know, your SU-122 54s are good versus, some tanks, some not very well armored tanks, the side of tanks. You can get these to the sides of tanks. They're good. But I feel the main thing of this is a transport killer. This it's very good at killing transports. And then your BMPTs are more anti-infantry. And yeah, anti-infantry. I mean, you could have went with a Afghansky instead, but then MI4As are, how much I love these things. It's just rockets. They're cheap at 40 points. They give a ton of fire support, tons of fire support. If you really want to, you can make a deck completely around these, because look, we can take MI4s and MI4 there. So you can have, let's see how many you get here. Hold on. 12. You could take two 12s, get more. That's more. That's 12, 12, 12, and 12. It's 48. You can take 48. And you need 48 times 80 rockets. It's just insane. And then, the ultimate, the best plane in the game, the FU bomber, because even if they kill it, it still drops this bomb, and it's still big enough to kill everything, and we're just not going to do the Navy. So, that's our Soviet-North Korean alliance support deck. It's based on helping your team out. Helping your team, that's the main goal. Lots of supplies, keep the supplies rolling. You can get them anywhere with these. Lots of support infantry, Lots of AA. AA is important, and good artillery. Support tanks, they're very good at defending, like I said. You got recon, you gotta get that recon up so you can get the artillery on them. Lots of infantry support here, and anti-transport, because NATO has very, very good transports. Especially when you're fighting against a German deck. Because they have all the mortars, and same with the US. They have the Bradleys and all the M113s. You need to be able to take those out. Oh, and Japan, Korea, they all have these transports that pretty much act as light tanks. So the Su-122-54 is perfectly capable of just, it's a 122 millimeter gun. That you can also use it for anti-infantry. So this is tons of anti-infantry here. Yeah, that's all, and bye.